There's outrage in Lebanon, and it's over the Lebanese Prime Minister Saad Hariri's gift of $16 million to a 20-year-old South African swimsuit model. According to court documents from South Africa, Candice van der Merwe received an Audi R8, 2 cell phones, $15.3 million, and a Range Rover Evoque from Saad Hariri in 2013. That's right, 2 cell phones, one for international roaming, and yes, $15.3 million. But let's back up a bit. How does Candice van der Merwe know the Prime Minister of Lebanon, and why is this in court?
But wait, who is Saad Hariri besides the current Prime Minister of Lebanon? He's former Prime Minister Rafik al-Hariri's son and the leader of the Future Party. He's also a businessman and is married with 3 children.
According to van der Merwe herself, they met in Mahe, Seychelles at an exclusive resort called the Plantation Club. It's known as a playground for the super wealthy and famous. Models are reportedly flown in from around the world for lavish parties, but are prohibited from taking photos, disclosing the identity of anyone they meet. And their passports are taken away until they leave the resort. 19-year-old Candice van der Merwe was one of the models who visited in 2012.
Hi, I'm Candice van der Merwe and I'm from Cape Town.
And in her own words, on her first trip to Seychelles, she got on very well with some persons at the resort because of her sober habits, healthy lifestyle, and engaging personality. MashaAllah. This got her booked for other events at the Plantation Club. One of those trips, she disclosed her dream car was an Audi R8 to the person she got on well with. And when she totaled her car and damaged her cell phone in Cape Town in 2013, a local dealer contacted her. An Audi R8 had been purchased and already put in her name. The same person she got on well with then visited her in Cape Town. Van der Merwe began looking for homes in some of Cape Town's most luxurious neighborhoods and got $15.3 million transferred to her account to pay for a house with an ocean view in Fresnay. But how do we know so much? Well, even though donations by foreigners aren't taxable in South Africa, the South African Revenue Service got suspicious because the gift was so large and Van der Merwe had only earned $5,400 in the year before that. They subjected her to a tax investigation and froze some of her assets. So she was then gifted another $1 million to help her with her legal fees. The SARS and her bank described their relationship as a boyfriend-girlfriend situation, but no one really knew who the donor was. SARS dropped the case after Van der Merwe paid $2.9 million and classified the donation as other income. But the story doesn't end here. In 2018, Van der Merwe decided to sue SARS for $66 million. She revealed who the donor was and said that because of the investigation, her relationship with Hariri was terminated and this resulted in the loss of financial benefits. That's democracy, fam. So while all this sounds quite bizarre, did Hariri break any laws with the gift? Well, at the time, he was in between 2 terms as Prime Minister. Hariri, who inherited most of his wealth, used his own funds. Forbes estimated his worth at the time was around $1.9 billion. So Hariri didn't break any laws, but the public is enraged. And it's not just because he's married and a father of 3. Companies he holds large stakes in, such as Saudi-based construction company Saudi Ogre, were forced to shut down in 2017, and Hariri reportedly failed to pay workers' wages. A newspaper he owns, Al Mustaqbal, also closed down, and in September this year he announced the suspension of his TV network and suspended payments to employees who he owed money to. Future TV employees have reportedly been striking since August because of months and even years of unpaid salaries. The news also dropped while people have taken to the streets to protest the dire economic conditions in the country. But some are calling the timing of the news suspicious. The story was picked up and written by local South African news outlets 7 months ago, in December 2018. But the New York Times broke the story last week, creating waves in Lebanon. Was it tipped off at a time when Lebanon is facing a financial crisis and Hariri has many employees in the media business who have not been paid? Or because he struck a power-sharing deal with Hezbollah? More importantly, what you need to understand is that love doesn't have to do with Audi R8s, 2 cell phones, and international roaming.